Yellowjackets Season 4 isn't confirmed, but if the show does return, it needs to introduce one unseen character that was teased 2 years ago. Yellowjackets Season 3's ending answers many of the series' most pressing questions, finally revealing the identity of the pilot's pit girl and showing how the teens are rescued. Despite the finale solving some of Yellowjackets' longest-running mysteries, there are a few questions it raises. And there are older ones that remain unanswered, leaving viewers eager for more episodes. Season 4 will be tasked with answering those questions, some of which need to be addressed before the teens leave the wilderness. With the next outing poised to explore a new timeline, one that shows how the teen survivors reintegrate into society, several wilderness reveals need to happen. Yellowjackets Season 4 must reveal how several of the teens perish, or tell us what happens to them during the show's adult timeline. It also needs to solve a mystery raised in Season 2, as one Harvey storyline still has yet to go anywhere. Yellowjackets Season 4 needs to introduce Harvey's friend. The show never reveals who he's referring to in Season 2. Shauna, Sophie Nellis, holding Harvey, Luciano LaRue, in Yellowjackets. Harvey goes missing at the end of Yellowjackets Season 1, and he's a totally different character when he's reunited with the team in Season 2. When Harvey returns to the cabin, he barely speaks, and he seems genuinely traumatized and afraid. Although this could be attributed to the girl's behavior during Doomcoming, there are other questions about Harvey's time away from the group. For one, it's not entirely clear how he survived on his own, unless he secretly returned to the cabin or found Coach Ben's cave. Harvey also mentions a friend out in the wilderness, something Yellowjackets never brings up again. It's an odd comment, especially since there's no indication that anyone else is out there. Theories have cropped up about who Harvey's friend could be, ranging from Cabin Man's daughter to the bones in Coach Ben's cave. With Harvey dying at the end of Yellowjackets Season 2, it's unclear how the series will solve this particular mystery. However, Season 4 needs to explain it or risk leaving a loose end. Yellowjackets Season 4 could introduce this unseen character through the other girls, especially if they're a real person coexisting in the wilderness. The series will need to move quickly though, as they'll only remain in the wilderness timeline for so much longer. Of course, the series could also show what happened to Harvey through flashbacks, filling in the blanks. This would be the only way to address this question if the theories that Harvey's friend isn't real prove true. And there's one obvious entity he could be imagining. Could Harvey's friend be the Antler Queen spirit that Lottie sees? This would be more difficult for Yellowjackets Season 4 to reveal. Yellowjackets Season 4 solving this Harvey mystery is more complicated if his friend isn't a real person, which is a big possibility given the visions the survivors constantly have. Season 3 reveals that the caves where Coach Ben hides are full of gas, which could contribute to Harvey seeing things if he stayed there. And one potential answer is that Harvey's friend is the Antler Queen spirit that Lottie sees, both in the teen timeline and during her therapy session in Season 2's adult storyline. But of course, it would be harder to properly reveal this, as Harvey is no longer alive. Yellowjackets Season 4 would need to embrace flashbacks, which isn't something the show has traditionally done. It does show Lottie's adult death after the fact, however, suggesting this could become a theme after Season 3. It's hard to imagine how the series could return to Harvey's story so long after closing it out, but given its potential supernatural elements, there might still be a way.